Hi Soul Tribe, welcome back to my channel, The African Gypsy. If this is your first time, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe and thank you for joining my Soul Tribe. I do so look forward to also picking up your energies as I do readings. And if you'd like to book your personal reading and you say, you know what, Sunshine, I need to invest in myself, invest in my own spiritual intel about what's coming up next for me, please be sure to do so. My details are down in the description box down below. So guys, for a couple of weeks now, I've been getting the energy of two emperors, two bosses, the boss of bosses and another boss. And today they came through being shocked, getting a shocking revelation, like an act of God coming in. They're both observing this shock that came from God, something that they didn't see coming, something that they were not aware of. Let's just get the spiritual intel on that. Let's find out a bit more. What is this about? Okay. What are the two bosses looking at here? They're looking at some messages, some correspondence of some sort. Yeah, a lot of messages that have been going back and forth, maybe concerning a child. And yeah, the shock. Again, the shock about the messages that they've looked at, and something for them is as much as it's shocking, it's what they were looking for. It's kind of like saying, you know, oh God, tell me what I need to do. Spirit guides, what do I need to do? And then Spirit comes in with a shock, like, oh, you asked for this, here we go, and you get it. You know you've been wanting it. The writing was on the wall, but when it ends, it's your wish come true to get this information or these messages. But even when it comes through, you can't help but to feel shocked. Okay, the tower's coming twice, so this is like shock upon shock, startling revelations, something unexpected, something that was not foreseen, and there was no way it could be foreseen until Spirit decided to open it up and say, no, let's do a course correction. You thought you're building this thing like this, yeah, no, let's break it down, and the foundation is still stable. You can rebuild from there. There's like an eerie green light coming from the bottom of like to call it the lighthouse here in this card here. So what else? Tell us more, Spirit. What is the shock? What is the messages about? Someone that they're looking at that is looking at things like it's a missed opportunity, and this person could have been someone who's very like hard-hearted, but it looks like there's a lot of people around. So they're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Shocking communication between 4 people, whether it's a group chat or whatever it may be, and they're getting some clarity. The Queen of Swords coming in, clarity about which way to move forward. People, places, and situations that need to be cut off. Okay, tell me more about this grouping here. What are they finding out there right on top of the shocking news? They're being forced to look at things differently. These two bosses are being forced to have a different look at things. I mean, we've got this girl coming out, it's depicted like we've got the mirror girl right there. And, but when she looks at things differently, she's on land, she's got a castle and all of that. So being forced to look at things differently and to make some sort of a decision. And Spirit is saying maybe having a paradigm shift. This means like shifting the way you're looking at everything could actually bring a lot of results in its wake. What is this shift that Spirit is talking about? Someone's looking at communication differently and saying, no, but wait a minute, what if this communication is actually like this and this like this here? What if it's actually what's happened? I feel like someone was looking at something from the past. There we go, the past, something that was previously doctored and it doesn't make any sense. And they're like, no, wait a minute, why don't you play this in reverse like this here? Let's change the order of events here. It makes more sense. And just by doing something simple like that, something is very, very clear. Could be do something that happened in the past. For some, it could be to do with a house. You got Sagittarius and Capricorn coming in, like those Christmas babies. They're seeing someone who was obsessed with doing something over and over again. Who's this? What's the obsession that these two are looking at? And this person was hoping to heal somehow, but they didn't want to let go of their wicked ways. Yeah, this is a narcissist who refused to put their burdens down because they're looking at this narcissist and this person who just wanted to control, to have a lot of control, and it's almost like madness. Like, you know, who does this? Who in their right mind does this? This could be some measure of madness to want to control someone to that extent. It's hard to believe. If it wasn't for the hard facts in front of them, it would be very hard to believe. So these bosses are telling to like back off from the situation, just to have a little think tank, think about it. Let's see, what are they thinking about? They're thinking about someone else in the picture who's very stable, very grounded, very down to earth. What are they saying about this person here? And they're seeing some drama, someone wanting to bring drama towards this very grounded person here. We've got the Queen of Swords coming in, sideways, sly, trying to just come in, no, sneakily come in, acting like, no, I'm all upright, I'm a prayerful person, yet she's coming in sideways. It kind of reminds me like what people say, oh, and then this person slid into my DMs, that kind of thing. So this person's trying to come in sideways to bring some sort of conflict to this person who's very stable, very grounded, very down to earth, very humble. And yeah, they're looking at some communication, and there could be a couple that felt that they had a wish come true is somewhere in the communication that they're looking at. I'm not even quite sure what exactly I'm reading into, but if this is your reading, this makes sense to you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep going anyway. Let's see what else is coming up. What's this karmic woman about? The woman who came in sideways, possibly a neighbor or someone in your neighborhood or someone near you. Doesn't have to be a direct neighbor. It could be someone in the neighborhood or a few doors, gates away from you. There we go. I am monitoring you in and out of your house, but I regret invading your privacy. So this is some person who wants to cause drama for you, and they've been, whether they put a monitoring device, or we want to call it a monitoring spirit or a device in your home, so they can monitor your every movement, your every conversation. No, I can't think of anything that is more of a violation of someone's constitutional right to privacy than someone putting a bug in their house and possibly and even in like their own private investigation that is no legal basis. A lot of, yeah, this person could be deemed a commercial case where they've been taken to court over like a business kind of a thing here. I've been planning this for a long time, so this has been premeditated. This person's been listening in because they're waiting for the right moment to come in and just F up this person's plans and all of that. And they're working with the toxic ex. I've gotten this energy before, guys. Do you remember? If you've been watching my readings, this energy came up a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a month or two ago, working with a toxic ex. Maybe a toxic ex of yours is ganged up with this neighbor of yours. Yet the karma is that they're going to have a commercial case where there's something that's not right with like licensing or whatever it may be for a business or commercial things, or they need to pay up certain taxes that they haven't paid, that if they've evaded somehow. They've been planning this for a long time. Jeez, what a royal waste of time. Let's see, since they've been monitoring. The thing is, when if a person monitors, they're going to end up wanting. It's not enough to say to a child, oh, just watch this cake on the shelf. They're going to want to taste, they want to touch, they want to see what the texture of the cake is. Eventually, it's no longer just watching. That's why it's strongly not advised. The ex again. I'm your jealous ex. I can't believe you put your foot down to me. So I hired people to, people to do what? Yeah, so you've got a toxic ex working with a neighbor or someone in your neighborhood, and they're the one monitoring you. They've got a listening device in your house, or it's a monitoring spirit. Remember, this is a general reading, guys. I don't want everyone to get all paranoid and stuff like that. If it's not your story, don't make it fit. We'll all look back and say, oh, geez, I feel sorry for the person going through that, because life can be so dynamically different, and someone might actually be living this. What I'm speaking here could be someone's true life right here. What was done in the past is coming out. So this device was put in a long time ago, and someone is seeing it's like it's got recordings from, I don't know, a year ago, whatever. But now this person is being forced to reflect on their past actions towards you. Forced to. It wasn't like they woke up and decided, oh, I regret monitoring you. That was a really bad thing. You decided you deserve to have your privacy. It's only because they got caught, they got stopped, something was intercepted. You see, remember, we're still in the energy of reading the two bosses there and the shocking news here, something they couldn't believe. And only now that it's been caught, it's kind of like, oh, that was a bit horrible and nasty. It shouldn't be done. And this person was also using dark magic on you. Dark magic to keep you stuck, maybe to try and get you back or to just really royally screw things up for you. But it's backfired. That dark magic has been returned back to sender. They did it to make you lose your mind, but your ancestors are revenging. This is like that energy I spoke of in one of my readings of gang stalking, where people have got a device in your house or they're monitoring you in some way. It's too much for them to keep a secret. That secret is like a fluttering little sparrow that keeps floating, fluttering and flying around in their rib cage, and they have to tell you. They can't help themselves. They have to blurt out something that they found out about you in this strictest of confidence, in the privacy of your own room and or your own office or whatever the situation may be. Yeah, they did it to make you lose your mind. This is what they were trying to do to make you think, oh my gosh, they're talking about whatever, these machines, and I spoke about them right in my office. How do they know? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. I'm hearing conversations. Yeah. But your ancestors are revenging. Your ancestors are on it, Let's find out a bit more here. You're being asked to wake up early, do your early morning prayers, to continue to thank your ancestors for intervening and continue to ask for divine guidance, to ask to be protected against this energy, even though you're already protected. It's time to dream a new dream. This chapter is done. No, we always say in my culture, when something's now exposed like this, it's finished, it's done. It only holds power when it's a secret. Even this dark magic that they were working, this person wasted a lot of money that they could have used to like develop themselves, trying to get all sorts of root works and spells instead of actually putting in the work. This is the same example I used earlier on, where someone decides, I don't want to go to grade 6 or standard 6, whatever you guys call it, wherever you are in the world, but I want to enroll at Harvard Business School and I want to be there for the next lecture on Monday morning. I don't want to do my algebra. I don't want to do my Pythagoras theorem. I don't want to learn about adverbs and proverbs. I don't want to do any of that other stuff. But on Monday morning, I'm going to be at Harvard Business School in the first lecture with Mrs. Stewart. And there's going to be a lecture on advanced economics or whatever it is, the same sort of energy. Someone wants to take a huge shortcut that they just don't want to do the work and actually be a good person, a person who's worthy of your love. They want to try and manifest that love into you. I mean, I must add quickly that when I use these love oils, or I give people these love oils, these are not oils to manipulate someone's mind and make someone foolishly fall in love with you. The first thing these oils do is they increase self-love, the love that you have within yourself. Let's find out more here. Don't you hesitate. New things are happening in your life. So it's time to dream a new dream. This energy is passing. This person may have a civil case. It looks like this person's got a lot of legalities behind them for all the things they've been doing. And not just to you, to other people. This is how they live their life, stepping on people's toes. Take the time to thank your spirit squad for everything, because your spirit squad has been working double time to make sure that you're protected, you're safe, you're healthy, you're well. They're making sure that they send back any bad energy. This time next week, you're going to receive good news. So whenever you're going to watch this reading here, this time next week, it will be time to dream a new dream, and a lot of this energy would have passed out of your life. So remember, we spoke about how things were fated a couple of weeks ago. Fated things have happened, and now that they've happened and the solar eclipse came in, some chapters are being closed out for you. I'm sorry I effed up. This is what this person now wants to say, only because they've now been forced to reflect on their past actions. It's not like they woke up by themselves and said, oh, that's a bad thing to do. I wouldn't want that to be done to me, so I mustn't do it to other people. No. You could be dealing with someone with Taurus in the chart, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. When they tried to attack you, I was not an observer, but a willing participant. So this person has been throwing dark magic at you. They've been monitoring you, possibly without permission as well. There's no official case. There's someone just trying to find out information about you so that they can use it against you and try and attack you in some way. So someone tried to attack you, but this person was not an observer, but a willing participant. This person actually said, you know what, this man comes in at 4 o'clock, or this girl comes in at 5 o'clock, so do this and do that, and they still want to come in and talk about love. What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, this lacks any sense whatsoever. You want to now come and say, sorry, I messed up, yet you did the most. You went too far. There's too far, there's too far to come back from. Yeah, service to the community. Maybe you're doing a service to the community. You're helping the community in some way with your gifts and your talents. And this person wanted to just talk a whole lot of nonsense about you. False evidence appearing true. They planted false evidence about who you were, what you do for work, how you live your life, how you move, how you think, how you plan. They made people think that, they know you better than anybody else in the world. Yet there are other people who know you a lot better than this person. They clearly don't know you. They might be moving the red car. This person, what else do you need to know? Wow, cheeky madams. I sell cigarettes and personal information about the residents. So this person might not just be selling cigarettes, they might be selling some sort of thing that they sell, but whatever it is that they sell, they're more of like a fishmonger, like no disrespect to the profession. Kind of person like, while I'm selling this, and while this person is like, oh, which one do I get? I'll be like, oh, you can get this one. Oh, but this is what that man at this apartment building usually buys. Did you know that man is so this and that and that and that? Now they're selling more gossip than the actual product. So at the end of the day, they've sold more gossip and lies than they have the product in their hands. This person could be a Scorpio, or they could have Scorpio strongly aspected in their charts. If that's not the case, it's happening in this Scorpio season. Because remember, a week from today, you're going to be receiving good news concerning all of these things. And you're kind of like, sunshine, where could the good news come through? Don't you worry, child. This person forgot to pay the practitioner. They were using some practitioner to send dark magic your way, and then they got carried away. They began to think that it was them and their power, and this practitioner is like, how dare you make me go against a person who's so divinely guided and guarded by God like that? Your prayers are blinding me. Next to, they forgot to pay my practitioner. Maybe they're being blinded by the prayers you're making. They could also be traveling the white car, or the practitioner uses a white car. Keep on praying, child. No, this is not a misunderstanding. Yes, we are talking about your toxic ex who's been teamed up with a neighbor of yours, and they're jealous. And so they sent people to do spell work on you and to try and attack you. So they try to attack you, they send spell work. This is the same person, this is what the two bosses were looking at, and they can hardly believe their eyes. Like, no, how does the person go so far? Is there a short circuit in a person's brain for them to totally disregard the basic rules of humanity? What happened to love your neighbor? I wouldn't want that kind of love. That's like really perverse kind of love. Now, them and the neighbor are turning on each other. No, he put me up to it. No, she put me up to it. No, I never say that we should do that. He's the one who came with this idea. They're singing like a canary, I do hear. Chirp, 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 all the things coming out. But your pastor and grandfather or grandmother, the policeman or soldier, is whispering to you and tell you, child, this is how you need to move in this situation. This is how you need to conduct yourself. Do this, move in silence, do A, B, and C. I'm not going to share all the strategies right here on this platform. Each grandpa's got their own strategy. This could be someone who, maybe your grandpa walked with a limp, so the particular grandpa or grandma that you were speaking about, they walked with a limp. Oh gosh, oh, thank you, Spirit. Yes, today, being Halloween still, it is the day of the departed, so the veil is thinner, so we do feel the energy of our passed on loved ones. Yeah, this ex of yours, this toxic ex is toxic, and they might have yes, an STI, is spiritually transmitted infection. They've been spreading themselves thin, living by the joystick. Wherever they go, they've got their joystick in hand, and I'm trying to be very polite. A secret part of a gang, so they're working with a gang of people, but they're very much behind the scenes, but pulling the strings from behind the scenes nonetheless. But they're a secret part of this gang or whatever that try to attack you, and they're not an observer but a participant. And you got a dream last night, child. Last night's dream came with a message, a warning. Whatever the dream told you, or perhaps it's when you reach here, whenever you're going to watch this video, you're not watching this video by chance, it's right on time, and you need to see this. Last night's dream came with a message, with a warning. Let me just get one so that we can see roughly which dream this was. Remember, this is a general reading. Everyone's story is different. Yeah, your dreams revealed something that was previously hidden from you. and you saw yourself being a victor, conquering, and having a happy family for yourself. Maybe with a Scorpio, death in the moon, again, a strong Scorpio. And some of you may have seen that there was someone, maybe a Gemini, was trying to do some sort of death magic on you. That's like really twisted. I mean, if you're saying you love someone and you're still trying to kill them, that's some sort of necrophilia, and that's really dark and twisted desires. Really, really, really. Where has humankind gone? Where's mankind's mind gone? But you're still detaching yourself from the situation in your dream. You detached yourself and you saw your grandpa or grandma waiting for you with their staff, illuminating your way. So you knew where you're going to. You knew you're going straight into the arms of your grandma, great-grandma, great-grandpa, because they'd warned you about what is happening, and you conquered. There you are. Rise me a rise, burn them, Wise me get wise, burn them, Rise me a rise, burn them. In and again, this could I never be with friend. Hi. Conquer them. That's an artist called Natural Black. I'll drop the link. Yeah, I heard that for someone. Yeah. So you're changing direction. Your dream told you to change direction. Stop thinking whatever you were thinking previously. Do a course correction. And you're going to get a lot of blessings. Some of you might be wanting to study something and you're like, what, I need to go in another direction, study, walk away from all of this, walk away from the indecision, because I know that even though I don't have the full blueprint of what the future is going to look like, I know that God, Spirit, and my ancestors are going to be with me, not waiting for me in front. No, but walking with me the whole way. So I'm going to be okay. Whichever way this path takes me, I'm going to be okay. So this is what you're telling yourself. And those are powerful words, child. Again, the towers come in. Yeah. What is the tower? So this is all about last night's dream or the dream you've had. In your dream, you had to fight for yourself, fight for your life. And it was like a final battle. And then what else do we need to know? But it led you to a wish come true. You managed to conquer. You came out on top. You managed to conquer. What is the shocking revelation? You realized that someone was fighting with you. Clandestine affairs. Someone was going incognito to fight against you, to wage war against a chosen one. But still, things are moving your way. They're fated to go in your favor. Someone is fated to get married. Someone is fated to go and study, to work with an organization, an establishment, to get their wish come true, to close off a painful battle in their life. And you're standing your ground. This is like, hold your ground, hold your position. Do not concede any ground. Spirit told you, whatever decision you made to go in a different way, stand your ground. Don't you get charmed by someone coming in and say, oh, I'm so sorry, I messed up. I've seen the error of my ways and blah, blah, blah. I mean, people, I don't know what kind of regard, I don't even have a personal regard for someone who look you straight in the eye and apologize, and yet you can tell in their eyes that they don't mean what they're saying. The apology only is appearing on their lips but not in their heart. Yeah. And that's still trying to manipulate you, that same sort of narcissist energy of trying to control you. Maybe you're straying too far for them, you're getting too independent, and they decide to come in with a foxpology to quickly butter you up and get you close. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, that kind of energy. So this is really quite twisted. A person like that, when they, sorry guys, when they come and apologize, you kind of like, no, what the heck do you want? Okay, I'm being guided to do this for the ancients, for a couple of you. What does the collective need to know? Clear, concise messages about the situation. Some truth is being revealed. Something that was previously hidden away from you is now being revealed to you. And it's been taken straight out of your life, because we're told this time next week something's going to have passed out of your life. And with this energy, I'm also feeling that something that was being planned is not going anywhere. It's like belly up. It's not moving anywhere. I also feel that there's a message coming in for you. It might be a message that has got a hidden meaning behind it. And this is your ancestors causing some message to come to you, some revelation. And this revelation is going to help open up your mind in such a way it's going to shock you. It might be information about yourself. It doesn't have to be a message over your phone or your email. It could be a message from your spirit guides, from your psyche, that's going to totally shock you and tell you a lot more about the love that you're going to get the blessings. For someone, I feel that someone is going to go somewhere near water, or you're going to be living near water. I'm getting that as well. I also get, for some of you, there might be a need to follow some sort of a tradition. I know it's really strange to hear me of all people saying that. Yeah, but someone's been asked to follow some sort of a rite, a tradition that it has to happen like ever so often. Someone's been asked to do that because that's going to open up their blessings. And maybe you're finding out something, some reader, some person like halfway across the world online or on the internet is telling you some information that you already know, confirming what you already know about what you're supposed to be doing. I also feel that one of the two bosses that came up earlier on in this reading, someone who's very spiritually guided, this person who has dreams, they don't share their dreams with many other people they work with. They might even discount the whole spiritual world because they're such a professional, yet they know that a lot of what they've been able to do, achieve, and quantify intellectually has been based on spiritual confirmations. And this is something they're like, oh no, people see me as this tough guy. If I ever admit that I believe in the spiritual, they'll try and take advantage of me. I'll have all sorts of circus acts coming up in here, or saying, oh, I dreamt this, I saw this, and whatever it may be. So I'm also feeling that something was hidden away from you, maybe from childhood, and it's now being revealed to you. It's coming to the forefront. Someone went to great lengths to hide some information away from you. But I feel that there's an ancestor coming through to bring that revelation. I'm seeing the elephant, maybe someone is an elephant totem that's coming up quite strong as well. Something's being revealed to you and to other people as well. And I also feel that with the comic woman who came up earlier on, that these two bosses were watching the comic woman trying to cause conflict. This woman is trying to twist the facts, some sort of a smear campaign she's trying to pull to twist the facts and make people see you in a different way, but you're unfazed by it. Someone's coming in with the drama, you're totally unfazed, and you're like, you know what, I know how to manifest peace in my life. I'm going to pray for it, and this peace is going to happen. And whatever they're doing, if they're throwing an arrow at me, that arrow is just going to be stuck in the air, almost like levitating. It's not going to move anywhere. It's going to be like caught in a time bubble, and they're going to wonder, what the heck happened? What did we do wrong? We thought we had this all figured out right. I feel as well that someone's ancestors really want them to hear some message that they're sending them, and someone is not being heeding the call of their ancestors. The ancestors have been giving them a very clear message. Could still be that same boss out of the two bosses. And now he's getting shocked because something that his ancestors told him in a private conversation with him, whether in a dream, in a vision, or through some other kind of a download, whatever he was told is now playing out in front of his very eyes. And it's also kind of like a sense like, oh no, how come I didn't see it coming? But I did see it coming, but I didn't quite acknowledge it, or whatever it may be. Your intuition is spot on about the people that you're suspecting were doing some sort of stuff in your life. Your intuition is spot on, and your ancestors are coming through to confirm what your intuition is telling you. They're saying Gonyama. Okay. Right. So someone is like a water warrior. That's the best way I can put it. That's a very, very loose and crude kind of a translation. I'll try and find a better word for it. So, okay. So I see that someone's spirit guides are coming through, and they want them to do certain things for them. Yeah, certain things haven't been done. Certain rights haven't been passed, certain things have not been done. There hasn't been an acknowledgement in the way it should have been done. Guys, I absolutely enjoyed reading into your energies, and I'm so glad that on this Halloween's night here, the spirit guides came through to give your messages to you. Yeah, some of you are breaking the traditions, you're creating your own traditions, because that is what you've been called to do. That is your life path. That is your journey. You are meant to remember the past, but create the future as well with an open mind and an open heart, humility, wisdom, diplomacy, tact, intelligence, wisdom. Be cunning when you need to be wise as a dove, and yeah, all of that great stuff. Thank you for joining me. If you want a personal reading from me, my details will be down in the description box down below. Until the next one, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for the support on screen and off screen. Love and light.